Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing this evening? Early evening, that is. It's about 8:30, and I have been one busy little beaver. Let me show you. I've been washing clothes. I washed several loads. I just folded those. I don't know if you could see it or not because I'm afraid that my camera may slip down, so I'm sort of holding it, and it's leaning like this, y'all. Y'all can't tell, I don't think, by the video. But it's leaning, the stem part of it is leaning. And another thing I came up here to tell you that I had been making a video, and that video has been uploading for 2 days. Let me see if I can show it to you. Let's see. Wait a minute, I'm on my computer. Hold on. 2 whole days, y'all, and it's still, I don't know what the problem is. There it is, right there. It says July 22nd, but it actually was July 21st that I think I started it. And today is what's the date? The 23rd. It's been 2 days because I was even telling my sister about it. This one right here. And it's pending. I say, well, I'll be darned, I don't know what's going on. That's not the first time it happened. It happens I don't know if it's a setting that I have my videos on. Oh boy, this thing is slipping down. Or what the situation is. I really need some help with my channel, y'all. I wish somebody would volunteer to help me. Somebody who has the know-how, who knows what's going on with this YouTube thing. Because I really don't know what's going on with it myself. And I don't know if I got my phone because I had that video was made with this camera, which is my new camera. Oh, shoot, this thing is slipping down. It's with my new camera. And I thought, okay, well, this is I-13, as you can see. It's only got the two, whatever you call it, lenses or whatever. But I thought my problem with my videos would be over. Solving my problem and everything. But I think she says that I only got 5 gigs. That should be enough for videos, right? Because usually when I make a video, when I was making videos on the camera, that thing was so fast, zoom, 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 zoom. Like 5 or 10 minutes the video was up. And I couldn't believe it. So I don't know if it's something that I did wrong or something that they did wrong or what the situation is, y'all. But I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, I tell you. Because, I mean, when you got to go like all this long time, and then you've got your, the people that, sort of follow you and everything, be wondering where you are, which I mean, sometimes I do take a hiatus or whatever, a vacation away from YouTube. I have to, because sometimes it sort of depresses me, when I see that I'm not moving. I think I said that before, and I feel that I should be moving a little faster or a little better than I am. And I just came up here to tell y'all that. And I'm getting ready to take me a little trip to the bathroom and prepare myself for bed. I'm usually in bed by this time. But because I was washing the clothes and I got everything caught up. Well, no, I got one more. I think I got one more load. And I'll be all set. Yeah, for a while. I don't wash that much. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks sometimes I wash. And I still didn't wash that pillow, though. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep that pillow or not. It's been laying over there for all this time, y'all. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking that if I wash it, it might lump up. You know what I mean? Get all the clumps. But it should be washable as a pillow. And and they say you should change your pillow. Buy new pillows every 3 months. Or is that the toothbrush? Who does that, though? Not me. I ain't buying no new pillows every 3 months. The last pillows I bought, I thought from Amazon. I think I got the hotel pillows, and I think they were like 2 for $45 or something like that. Ain't nobody got no money like that to be washing no. I mean, buying pillows. I could see washing pillows, but buying pillows, and not even my toothbrush. I'm not gonna change my toothbrush every 3 months. put some hot water on that toothbrush, swallow it out, wash it, whatever you got to do. But you don't need to replace, unless you just want to. I mean, toothbrushes really don't cost that much. I mean, you could. But half the time you go to the store, you ain't thinking about, oh, I got to buy some toothbrushes every time you go to the store. Or every other time you go to the store, you ain't thinking about no toothbrush. But I think the Dollar Tree, which I've never bought any, but I think I saw someone else up there that said they went to the Dollar Tree and bought some toothbrushes. And I think it was like 4 in a pack or something like that. I think the last toothbrushes I bought was from Walmart, which I don't have any teeth, but I still have to brush my tongue, because it does get a coating on it from time to time. But all these things they're telling us that we got to do is just to make more money from them, And I just ain't going to do it. I don't know about y'all. I just ain't going to do it. Because down south, down y'all in the home, I don't even know if we would have had a toothbrush. See, after we got a little older, up in age, we had toothbrush. I don't know if that's why I had so many problems with my teeth. From a very young age, I had problems with my teeth. And as you can see right now, I don't have any teeth except my false teeth that are in that thing in the bathroom. But, I don't remember having all this toothbrushing and all these. I don't even know if we had toothpaste. It seems like we used to wash our teeth with baking soda or something like that. Until we got a little older, I think. I don't remember because things were a lot different down there than they were when we came up north. Yeah. So ain't all that, y'all, and all these you're bathing all your, what do you call it, skin, whatever it is, off, soaking and carrying on. We didn't have no bathtub. We had a foot tub to wash up with. We didn't have no bathtub. We did not have indoor plumbing for a long time. We had, I think for 2 years we stayed in this house that had a bathroom. And that was on just before we came up north. I think we lived in that house. And then after that we moved to another house that no longer had, I'm talking in the 1950s, late 50s. We came north in 1960. That's when we came up north. I was 14 years old. And we had outdoor plumbing. We didn't even have running water. I think the very last house that we lived in, we had running water. We had like a sink on the porch, on the back porch of the house. It wasn't even on the inside of the house, but at least it was running water. And the other house we had, now there was one house that we lived in that was a bathroom. We had a complete bath in there. We had the toilet, the sink, and the thing like that. But really, it wasn't a house that black people actually lived in. That the man let us live there because he wanted us to help him on his farm. Because there was a lot of us. There was 5 of us children, and we were old enough to work. But we only stayed there for 2 years. We had to get out. They told us we had to go or something. I don't know why we had to go. But anyway, that's when we moved to the house that had the sink on the porch. And that same year, we came to New Haven, Connecticut. And we've had indoor plumbing ever since. But I remember the very first house. I don't know if y'all ever heard of a railroad apartment. It's an apartment that you go into the living room, and then there's a bedroom, and a bedroom, and then in the very back of the house is the kitchen. They've since torn that whole area down since, we lived there. And that was our first, apartment, but we was amazed at that. But even that apartment, the bathroom, it just had a toilet and a tub. There was no sink in that bathroom. And the bathroom, the tub and all that was in the hallway. We didn't share it with nobody else, don't get me wrong. It was in the hallway, but it was our personal bathroom. And that's the way, apartments sometimes were up there then, up here then. Yeah. Ain't nobody going in no hallway taking no bath. There wasn't no heat in there. And I'm trying to think, did we have hot? I'm pretty sure we had hot water. Yeah, because see, like I remember there being a hot water heater or something sitting in the kitchen or something like that. But what I'll tell you. So the people have changed from over the years. They gotta have this. They gotta have that. I'm trying to tell you what you don't have to have. You don't have to have all that to put a smile on your face. Even though when I went back down south, and we went to the church and I had a family reunion. That's when I was married. I got married at a very young age. I was only 18 years old. And we had went down south to his family's house, his side of the family, should I say, for the family reunion. And they still some had the outdoor toilets out there. I was terrified, even though I was brought up south. I brought up in the south, but I was terrified to go into that toilet. We was at the church because the family reunion was at the church. Even back then, they didn't have indoor plumbing at the churches. But look at them now. When I went down south, my daughter had passed away and I had went to Charlotte. That was the very first time I had ever gone to Charlotte. And Charlotte is beautiful. I tell you, the way it looks at night. They got these buildings lit up in all these different colors like green and pink and blue. It was just so fantastic. I mean, it was amazing to look at it. But I'm pretty sure you can probably see it, if you wanted to see it online, you could probably see it. I said, wow. Now, this was 7 years ago. I had never seen anything like that before. But I think that was the way they had, I don't know who designed it or anything like that. But they were like neon lights on the sides, outlining the buildings. It was a sight to behold, I tell you. Yeah. And they had, where my daughter lived, she lived in the projects, or public housing, I think. And same thing, I guess. They had 2 bathrooms. I was amazed. 2 bathrooms. Like this is now, I'm talking 7 years ago. That's when my daughter passed away, was 7 years ago. And the master bedroom had its own bath. And then the other bath was, I guess, for the children. 2 full baths was in that apartment. I couldn't believe it. I was astounded. Yeah, how things have changed over the years. And, like they say, after a while, I think we're going to have the cars that fly around in the sky and all that kind of stuff. Can you imagine? People don't even know how to drive on the ground. Imagine what they're going to do if they get up there and act like nuts. What would they call that? Cloud rage? They call it a road rage, air rage. Maybe they could call it air rage. Oh, he bumped into my vehicle. I want to get out. You can't get out and fight, that's for sure. It's probably going to be a long way down, y'all. But I'll tell you, I see some of these cars. I'm sort of scared to go, because they zoom. Where are they going in such a hurry? And it was so bad over here. Well, I think you remember, I think I told you about the speed bumps out here in front of my house. You think that stopped them from speeding? What they would do, they go fast until they get almost to the bump, then they slow down. And the motorcycles, I don't think they slow down at all. I think they just jump right on over that bump. I'm telling you, it's outrageous. But I don't know what brought me to talk about that this evening, y'all. It just came to my mind, and I just started jibber-jabbing. But I'm not going to hold you too long, though. I got to put these clothes away, and like I said, I got to do, I always freshen up before I go to bed. And so I'm late. The only reason I'm late is because those clothes, I don't know if this was the pads. You know, I got these pads, just like the one I'm sitting on. I can show you. You know how it is when you're older. Oh, these pads like this. And they're sort of quilted. I got these from my sister. And you know, they got this side of it. And they're washable. But sometimes they take, and I had two. I had two that I washed. She had some extra ones, so she gave me some extra ones, which I highly appreciated because my medical didn't give them to me. I should have asked them for them because I got them on the bed and everything. Is that a little bit too much information, y'all? Hey, your day will come. But anyway, I had two in there. And sometimes it takes a long time for them to dry. But I think it's because that dryer is just simply old and the dryer does just about what it wants to do. And so sometimes I have to restart it and start over, you know, and everything like that. Don't y'all wish y'all could swim like that? Don't you wish you could swim like that? All under the water and you ain't got to have no snorkel. You ain't got to have an air tank or nothing. How would you like to do that? And they're doing it so easy. I don't know if they're breathing or what. I don't know what's going on, y'all. It amazes me. It never ceases to amaze me about how animals can carry on the way they do in water, you know, and eat each other up and stuff, you know. Some of us right here in the earth, we try to eat each other too. Look at Jeffrey Dahmer. Eating people's brain and stuff like that. What? And remember the movies that were out like the Hannibal Lecter. Oh my goodness. That's the one Trump be talking about, I think, a lot of time. As a matter of fact, I got on videotape Hannibal. I got something on. My daughter gave it to me. And I still got it on, what you call it, VHS tape. I still got a lot of VHS tapes. And like I said, I'm going to bring them out here one day because I think I'm about ready to get rid of them. You know, it's just too much, y'all. I'm still, you know, downsizing. I am definitely downsizing. And on that note, let me let y'all see the turtle one more time. This is a different one. Isn't he something to behold? Look at him. I had a cousin on it that I know that would put that turtle in a pot, cook him and eat him. As a matter of fact, he cooked some turtle soup one day. I was at his house. You know, we used to hang out at his house because he was a bootlegger. And we'd sit up there sometime on Sunday. You know, you couldn't buy alcohol on a Sunday unless, you know, you just couldn't, unless you went to after hours. And he was a bootlegger. And he used to sell the bootlegger, you know, stuff. So we go to his house and we would try to steal some of his liquor, some of his stuff. But anyway, that's he knew what time it was. But anyway, he cooked a turtle one day. We used to go to his house and eat his food. I don't know how clean it was or nothing, y'all. I tell you that's but the truth. And one day he had this turtle. We saw the turtle when he was still alive. You know, because we used to go there quite often, you know, like every week or every other week or something like that. And we saw the turtle. He had him in I think it was a bucket or something, a big bucket. He was alive and well. I don't know if he was feeding the turtle or what, you know, what went down before he cooked the turtle. But one day we went over there and he had cooked the turtle. I had never in my life had turtle before, okay? Never, ever. I had some that day, but I didn't eat him. I didn't eat the meat. The only thing I did was taste the juice of the turtle. My video is slipping down again, y'all. But I tasted the juice of it. And guess what? That turtle tastes just like fish. Oh, yeah. And I have to admit, if the juice tastes pretty good. You know how you make fish stew and stuff like that? Well, it tastes something like that. It was delicious, but I just couldn't bring myself to eat the meat. I didn't want to tell nobody I ate no turtle. But I guess if I ate the juice, I ate turtle. Do y'all want some turtle? Well, he's going on to greener pastures now, y'all. I'm afraid I don't know anybody that can hook you up with no turtle soup. So, on that note, I go with love, and I'll see you again soon.